Hello, I'm Sherry Truhlar with Red Apple Auctions, and today I want to talk to you about a question I get all the time, which is what is the perfect number of items to put in our live auction at our next charity auction fundraiser? And I always like to joke with people that it's a little bit like contemplating the number of prunes you should eat. Is 8 way too many? Will 3 get the job done? It's a little bit like that. Now, there's 5 points that you can consider when you're trying to determine it for your own auction. But one thing I will lead with here is that if the timeline has already been determined and you have a designated amount of time, whether that's 15 minutes or 45 minutes for your live auction to take place, the 5 points I'm about to give you aren't really going to matter, because if that timeline has already been determined, then you've got a limited amount of time and you have to figure out how many items will fit into that time frame. End of story. But if in fact you do have some flexibility and you're trying to figure out that perfect number for you, the first thing you want to consider is, are you using a professional charity auctioneer? The reason I say that is because a professional is going to be able to sell more items in any given time than a non-professional or a volunteer. In addition, the entire reason that fast talk was developed, that chant is what auctioneers are known for, is because you can sell more things in a shorter period of time. You're just more rapidly going through that sales process. So if you're using a professional instead of a volunteer, you will be able to sell more and your perfect number will be higher. Number 2. Do you have good or exciting items to sell? Meaning that, are these items that are going to appeal to a lot of people? For instance, sometimes at school auctions, a classroom project will be put into the live auction. Well, if I'm a 4th grade parent, I'm interested in perhaps bidding on the 4th grade class project. But I'm not interested in sitting through the 1st grade class project, the 2nd grade class project, the 3rd grade class project, the 8th grade class project. You get the idea. So that's not going to be a very exciting auction for me if really there's only one thing that I'm interested in getting, and that's the item that has my child's handiwork involved in it. So keep that in mind. Is it exciting? Number 3, is the crowd seated or are they standing? This is a pretty straightforward concept, right? Seated guests will be more comfortable than standing guests who are standing. I know that I used to work for a church many years ago, and they had very uncomfortable chairs. So whenever they would be planning a workshop, they tried to limit it to a half-day workshop, not a full-day workshop, because they knew that anyone who had attended the church before would not pay for a full-day workshop to sit in those chairs all day. The same is true of your event. Number 4, what else will the crowd enjoy or endure? In other words, what else are you having them do? There's that old phrase that the mind can only stand what the butt can endure. And after a certain point in time, people are going to want to get up and stand and talk and go to the bathroom. So for instance, if you're having a choral concert and you're making 9 different awards to volunteers of the year and you're asking someone to speak, you may have a 45-minute program before you even get to the live auction, which means that live auction needs to be short because people are not going to pay attention. So what else are you having that crowd enjoy or endure before you start the live auction? Number 5 here is, what's your financial goal? This is a big one, because the truth is that if you've got a specific number you need to hit, you may pull some items that would traditionally be silent auction items and put them in the live, because you'll know they'll sell for more in the live auction than they will in the silent. And if you've got a specific goal to hit and you've got to hit that financial number, then that's perfectly acceptable to do so, because you've got to hit the number. But in other cases, if you've got really robust items and you're doing pretty well, you might not need to have as many items in your live auction because you know you're going to hit it without that extra number of items. So there you have it. I'm Sherry Truhlar with Red Apple Auctions. 5 tips to get your perfect live auction number. And for other great information, including my free gift to you, you can get that at redappleauctions.com. It's my auction item guide listing the top 100 items selling over value in charity auctions today. Thanks for watching, and good luck to you in your charity auction. I'll see you at redappleauctions.com.